to eat. You already know that we binging. Knowing you know that could bench us. I'm starting my game at the Oracle. I'm trying to call in an audible. Don't let me get in my zone. We are not playing no games. We are not watching the throne. Free throws, free throws. I'm yelling that from the three. Hand down, man down. That D is bad for your team. Your play is bad for the league. Pop champagne wavy. Winning championships daily. Wearing rings all crazy. All these flashes in the camera. All you see is all banners. Call me a little swag when I post. Phil Jacks can't manage. All I know is I'm winning. All I know is I did it. Way up, to the top, who with it? This is the binge. 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 This is the binge.
Hey YouTube, it's Will here from The Great Binge, and we are coming off of one of the most exciting off seasons in NBA history. A lot of new faces in new places, but one thing looms over the NBA, one question looms over the NBA, and that is, can any team beat the Golden State Warriors? And to be honest, no, not as constructed, not in a 7-game series. Now yes, the Warriors have already lost. They currently, as I'm recording this video, are 3-2. The same record as the Brooklyn Nets. Now this is the regular season, and as we all know, the regular season is totally different from the playoffs. Now, these predictions are solely as the teams are now. Now, this is barring any significant blockbuster trades or any significant injuries. And as we've already seen, injuries are just part of the NBA life. We've already seen Gordon Hayward go down and change the whole outlook of perhaps the entire Eastern Conference in the first game of the season. We've also seen injuries to D Rose and countless others. Teams got better, but what about OKC? What about the Rockets? What about the Celtics? What about the Timberwolves? What about the Cavs? Well, I believe these teams each have at least one of 4 things that will keep them from beating the Golden State Warriors in a 7-game series. So let's start with talent. And we have to be honest, the Golden State Warriors have perhaps the most talented team in the NBA. And on most nights, they're going to have more talent on the other side of the floor. And I believe the Warriors are the only team that can say that they have 4 players that are arguably the best at their respective positions. And that's Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, and Draymond Green. Now you're going to have teams, elite teams, like the Spurs and the Portland Trail Blazers, who all have talent and great systems. But so do the Golden State Warriors. And you add that with their depth, it just puts them over the top when it comes down to competing in a 7-game series. Now this could change again with minor adjustments, whether that be trading or whether that be significant injuries on either side. Then there's chemistry. The Golden State Warriors clearly have a tremendous amount of chemistry. All of their pieces just seem to fit. But then you have very talented teams like the newly formed Cleveland Cavaliers, who added Isaiah Thomas, D Wade, D Rose, to name a few. But there are still questions about the Cavs' overall fit together and health for that matter. There's no telling how Isaiah Thomas is going to be when he returns from injury. There's no way to tell how D Rose is going to hold up for a whole year. He's already injured as we speak. And D Wade is also out, which has forced LeBron to truly accept the role of point guard. I think the Cavs' biggest moves this offseason was getting their wing defenders, Jay Crowder and Jeff Green. So if the Cavs do make it to the finals against the Golden State Warriors, LeBron won't have to guard Durant for a majority of the game, and he can focus on running the team and being aggressive scoring. But let's just say they have a lot to do before they meet up with the Golden State Warriors. Then there's the experience. The Golden State Warriors are still relatively young, but they have all types of experience. And they didn't just start winning. They had to lose. They know what it's like to lose hard-fought series. They've lost to the San Antonio Spurs. They've lost to the Los Angeles Clippers in a hard-fought 7-game series that could have went either way. Now, this was before adding a Kevin Durant. Teams now who don't have that experience, like the Celtics, they're going to have a hard time dealing with these savvy veterans that are still young and capable of defending and scoring at any time. Then there's the Timberwolves. And I know what you're thinking. They added Jimmy Butler, Taj Gibson, Jamal Crawford. And honestly, I think that they're the best team constructed that can beat the Golden State Warriors. It's just that it can't happen this year. And I think because the two major pieces are going to be crucial in them being able to defeat the Golden State Warriors are Karl Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins. Anthony Towns is still the best player all around on this team, and he has 0 playoff experience. So this lack of experience is definitely a weakness against a team like the Warriors with great coaching, great system, great players, and let's be frank, they just know how to win. And lastly, we get into perhaps the most important element in being able to beat a team like the Golden State Warriors, and any great team for that matter. You have to have a bench. And yes, teams like the Rockets and OKC added star power this season. But they either lost or didn't gain in depth. The Rockets added Chris Paul, which undoubtedly will make things better going down the stretch for the Rockets because he'll be able to alleviate some of the ball handling issues for James Harden. But there are already questions about his health going forward. Is Chris Paul even going to be available come playoff time? Do Chris Paul and James Harden actually fit? Then you have OKC, the big three of Russell Westbrook, Paul George, and Carmelo Anthony. And yes, on most nights, that big three is going to be enough to beat most NBA teams. But in a 7-game series, a team can key in on your weaknesses. And there's no doubt that perhaps the biggest weakness in OKC is their bench. Yes, they are exciting and they can be dangerous in the postseason because of their firepower. But see, what makes the Golden State Warriors special is that their stars, their starters, get a chance to rest because the bench is so efficient and so talented in their own right that they don't have to go full bore the whole game. And that is something that the Thunder are most likely going to have to do in order to beat any elite team, let alone the defending champs. So, do you agree? Or is there a team that you feel has all the pieces in place this year to beat the Warriors? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more NBA content. And if you haven't already, please follow me on Instagram at The Great Binge IG. This is Will from the Eye Test, and I'm out.